Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the 2006 FIFA World Cup game, and we're going to be doing a qualifying run with the nation of Japan. A lot of people ask me to do a qualifying run with Japan on 2014 and 2010. I've actually already done a run on 2014 with Japan quite recently within the last year, so you can go check that out if you want. And I was like, don't really want to do 2010 just yet because I've done a lot of Asia qualifying on 2010 already. So yeah, why not, right? I mean, Asia qualifying on this game is quite simple, it's quite fast. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a decent time. So these are the groups, of course. It's a very watered down experience in the 2006 game. But I reckon that Japan should be qualifying depending on what kind of group we get. So we're going to seeded randomize these groups in 3, 2, 1, and boom. We stay in the same group, and it's moved about slightly, ever so slightly. We have Bahrain, Uzbekistan, and Kuwait. So it's still easy for Japan. We are the best team in this group. So yeah, cool. Let's get on with it. So our first match is going to be at home against Kuwait. But before we start that match, let's have a look quickly at the squad for Japan. So there's a few players that I can recognize just straight away from the 2006 squad. Obviously they qualified in real life and went to Germany. So we got Tanaka at the back, Miyamoto, we have Alex here as well. We have Nakamura, of course, expert of free kicks. We have Nakata and we have Takahara. We have Endo here, but not the Endo that we know today, obviously. It's the other one. Any others that I recognize? Akubo, of course, I recognize that name. Going deeper into the reserves, we've got loads of players here. We have Tamada as well, Matsui, who feature on the 2010 World Cup game. So here we go then. First matchup for Japan is against Kuwait, and let's see if we can do this. I hope that Japan could qualify. The only thing that could really stop us is our shooting and, of course, the goalkeepers as well. You know how 2006 is like. It's very, very old and very, awkward at times. Japan, of course, prior to this tournament, co-hosted the 2002 FIFA World Cup alongside South Korea. I remember waking up stupidly early as a kid to watch some of those games, especially the England versus Brazil match. And Japan did alright in that tournament. They got to the round of 16 for the first time in their history. Ever since then, Japan have made massive strides to their team. And of course, they've been a pretty decent side in the World Cup. You know, 2018, they got to, what was it? Was it the round of 16 against Belgium? And they lost very narrowly. I mean, they did bottle it, but still pretty decent performance, even though they bottled it. And of course, we have them in 2022, where they performed so well, but unfortunately lost to Croatia on penalties. So through ball, Takahara. He's got the pace. Can he do it? Go on, the saved unfortunately, but we got the rebound and Japan have tapped it in. It's Takahara with the goal, and that's 1-0 to Japan. I don't think this group is going to be super easy. It won't be like a complete walkover, you know, but still I think Japan should be qualifying for the World Cup. Through ball, here comes Yanagisawa. He puts it in for 2, and well, we've already got a nice lead in the first half. Unfortunately, guys, you're going to see the same goal over and over and over again on 2006. I'm sorry, it's just an old game. You're either going to see lots of headers or lots of tap-ins like that. And again, apologies in advance, but it is an old game. Through ball again. Let's just do it again. And he puts it in for 3. Japan are running wild here. And Yan Nagisawa has scored again. It's 3-0. Wow. What a start. And just to remind you as well, it is on the highest difficulty of this game. It is world class, even though it doesn't seem like it. It definitely is. We like to play on some of the hardest difficulties if you are new to this channel. Takahara again pushing on through, crossed in, headed, and it's tipped over the bar by the Q8 keeper. It could be another chance. Another thing about this game is the stadiums are broken. Got the African flags in Asia zone. It's half time and Japan have absolutely dominated here. It's 3-0 against Kuwait. Japan pressing. Is there a chance? Crossed in. Header is tipped over the bar again. Crossed in by Japan. It's going to be headed and pushed away. We've had so many shots. Kuwait have had nothing. Yang Nagasawa. Almost, but he couldn't keep it out. It's 4-0 and Takahara has another one. It's 4-0. And we're just running riot here in Japan against Kuwait. It's just brilliant. Brilliant start. And that is going to be end of the game. Japan have won by 4-0 in their first game of this qualifying campaign. 5 more to play. And, well, if it's going to go anything like that, then, well, it's going to be the easiest thing of my life, isn't it? So our second match is away from home against Uzbekistan, who also won their first game against Bahrain. So maybe a bit more of a matchup this time. Good ball. And it's gone in from the rebound, and Japan have scored in the 10th minute. It's Nakata, and the pressure was too much for Uzbekistan. It almost feels like criminal doing this, really, because, you know, we're just the best team in the group. The fact that went all the way through is just ridiculous. Japan have their shot saved again. That's the thing I'm not very good at on this game, is actually putting my chances away. I'm very bad at doing that. Nakata. Nakata went for it. It might be another chance. It just rockets straight in from the rebound again. And Takahara has scored. It's 2-0 to Japan. It's just too easy. It just come off the goalkeeper there. And then we're just able to smash it in. I mean, it just went in at like light speed pretty much. So at half time, Uzbekistan find themselves 2-0 down against Japan. It really feels like these teams aren't going to do much. I mean, 0 shots in the first half for Uzbekistan. It's too easy to defend on this game, and even on the highest difficulty it still is, you know. It's just crazy. It might seem like I'm playing on a lower difficulty, but trust me, it's just how the game is. 2006 is that stiff. It's so easy to control the game. They just lost it, and that was lucky for Uzbekistan. They could have conceded there. Oh my goodness, that went in. I thought the goalkeeper saved it, but Nakamura has scored, and that is 3-0. And that is so unfortunate for Uzbekistan, who actually saved it. And yeah, the corner was played in here. It was headed on. Well, not very well headed on. Then I just went for the shot, and it tipped, but unfortunately it nestled into the back of the net. Well, as the minutes tick down again, Japan have dominated in this game. It's 3-0 win over Uzbekistan, who are actually probably one of the harder opponents in the group. If you're looking at the other 3 teams, you know, Kuwait aren't really that amazing, Bahrain too, but Uzbekistan usually are quite a handful sometimes. Here we go then, third match of this run with Japan, and we are at home against Bahrain. So can we do what we've been doing in the last 2 games and score lots of goals and beat them by a big margin? I've replaced the 2 strikers in this game just to see if I can be as dominant with 2 strikers that well, aren't as good as the 2 that I have currently. Good ball, Akubo. Can he do it? No, he cannot do it. Through ball, Akubo, and it's saved again. We're struggling here against Bahrain to actually break down their defences, which is nice. It's actually a welcome challenge for a change. Crossed into the box, Bahrain header it, and it loops over my keeper, but unfortunately for them it goes wide. Again, they've actually tried in this game. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest, as we go into half time. It's 0-0 between these 2. Oh, Japan there with the shot, and it goes out for a corner. Going to be crossed in, Nakata, header, and that's gone in. It's gone in off the crossbar and in, and Akubo has scored the header from the corner. It's 1-0. We've finally broken down Bahrain's tough defences, and that's so unlucky because it came off the underside of the bar and went straight in. But that is a very nice goal. 1-0. Here comes Akubo. There's their chance for Japan. It's saved. And we haven't been as good in this game as what we were in the last 2 games, but it's fine. We're on course for 3 more points. And that is going to be it. We have beaten Bahrain by 1-0. Very small result, but I'll take it. That's not too bad, is it? Still a win. So, yeah, Japan will have 9 points at the halfway point of this campaign, which is brilliant. Don't really need to check out the groups, but I will for the other group because I want to see what's happening. So yeah, as you can see, we have 9 points. Uzbekistan have 6. So it's pretty much a given that both of us will go through to the World Cup. Pretty simple, really. In Group A, it's a bit more complicated with South Korea top of that one with 7 points. Saudi Arabia with 4 points, only 3 points behind them. Iran have 2 points and North Korea also have 2 points. So it's up for grabs. So our fourth match away from home is against Bahrain again. Can we do a bit better this time against them and get more goals and obviously get the win as well? If we win just one more game, we will probably qualify for the World Cup outright with 2 games to spare. Crossed in and no, but can we cross it in again? Header and oh, that was such a powerful header. That nearly went straight in. Good ball. Japan put it in for 1-0 in the first 10 minutes and it's Yan Nagasawa with the goal to make it 1-0. Very, very simple. When he's on the pitch and who is it? Nakata, I think it's just so simple to score. The other two kind of struggled in the last game, but these two that we have now are just electric. Going to be crossed in by Japan and loops wide there with the header. Well, again, a lot of shots, but still no second goal. Through ball, Takahara. He puts it in for 2-0 just before half time, and Japan can dance as they're probably on the way to the 2006 World Cup in style as well. They've been so good. I mean, of course, they're going to be in a group like this. If it was like, you know, South Korea and like Saudi Arabia or something like that, it would have been a much harder group. Takahara out on the wing, crossed in, off the bar and out for a corner. Going through and it's saved and off the post. Well, it's almost the end of this game. It's 88th minute. We're 2-0 up against Bahrain. And we are literally minutes away from qualifying for the World Cup. We've been so good. But then, you know, we expected it, right? Because Japan are the best team in the group by far. Really no surprise that we qualify for the World Cup here. And Japan will march on to Germany with 2 games left to spare. The only problem is, though, I've got to play those 2 games and it just feels a little bit pointless, apart from the points tally, of course, where, you know, I wish this game had a simulation tool where we can just simulate it and go to the next round or whatever. Alright then, 5th match away from home against Kuwait. So again, this doesn't really mean anything, this match at all. It means something for Kuwait because they are, you know, trying to get that 2nd place spot. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who will get that spot. But apart from that, I don't really care at this point. Japan going through and they scored in the 2nd minute. Can you believe it? 2nd minute, that's gone in. And Takahara scores in the, well, 2nd or 3rd minute. It was the 2nd when I put it in, but obviously it rounds it up. So yeah, just that easy. Come on. Kuwait. Oh, I thought they had half a chance there. I was getting excited. I don't think any team really, apart from Bahrain, has done much against us in this campaign. I mean, it was always going to happen on 2006. When you're playing as a big nation, you don't really get into much jeopardy. Oh, Kuwait! Kuwait have just scored a banger! It's 1-1, Al Mutwa! That is sensational, especially on this game, because, wow, you don't really see goals from outside the box too often. He just brought it down here with his foot and then just smashed it in. That's a really nice goal. Well done, Kuwait. And they've actually scored against us. A team has actually scored against us in this campaign. It's 1-1. We're almost at the end of the game and, well, you know, Japan have already qualified, so it doesn't really matter. We've got one more game after this. So we've drawn against Kuwait and Japan are celebrating like they've won the World Cup pretty much. And Kuwait are just in, well, distraught after drawing against us, even though, you know, Kuwait really struggled in this campaign to do anything. They actually were the team to stop us in the end. So Yeah, a bit of an odd celebratory end screen there, but okay. So going into the final match of qualifying, let's just check out the groups quickly. So South Korea and Saudi Arabia are currently in those top 2 spots. However, North Korea could still pinch it away from Saudi Arabia, and even Iran could do it, but Iran would have to score like loads of goals in their last game. So it's quite unlikely that they're going to do that. So it's either Saudi Arabia or North Korea to go through alongside South Korea. In our group, it's kind of similar situation, but again, it's a race for second place. So Uzbekistan are holding down that second place position. Kuwait and Bahrain are just behind them. And I believe Kuwait and Bahrain will have to play each other. So yeah, anything can happen. Here we go then. Japan versus Uzbekistan for our final game of this qualification campaign. Into the box, and Uzbekistan have put it in for 1-0. And well, that's a bit of a surprise. So they are currently leading, and that will mean that at the moment they are on course for qualifying. Good ball into the box as well. You know, through all those defenders, yeah, they deserve that. Here comes Yan Nagasawa. Into the box. It's an equaliser for Japan just before half-time. Takahara has got the goal, and that is not good for Uzbekistan, considering that Bahrain are currently winning against Kuwait. Bahrain are now 2-0 up on Kuwait, which means, well, more trouble for Uzbekistan. Takahara pushing on through into the middle, and it's wide by Japan. That's a big miss. Japan still pushing for another goal. They scored in the 89th minute. Takahara has scored, and that is the dagger for Uzbekistan, considering that Bahrain are winning against Kuwait. And look at Japan. They are so happy about it. I mean, Uzbekistan must be devastated. 90th minute they held on for so long, and they concede like this. It was such a bad goal to concede, really. But yeah, it went through the goalkeeper's gloves as well, which is just like, what's going on there? But yeah, that is heartbreak for them. I think they have lost that position, and they are angry about it. I would be too if I was the Uzbekistan manager. You know, Japan didn't need that win, and they're about to get it. So there we go. We qualified with Japan officially. That's all done and dusted. It was pretty easy, to be fair. And Bahrain should be joining us. Alright then, so our group is going to be Spain, the Netherlands and South Africa. A harder group than obviously our Asia qualifying group, but I'm glad that we got a harder group because I wanted the challenge. Any random teams that have made it to the World Cup? I'm just scanning the groups. I see that Uzbekistan actually made it in the end, so don't know if they truly bottled it or not. Maybe because Bahrain matched their points but didn't have enough goal difference, maybe, I'm not sure. So yeah, well done Uzbekistan to get here in the end. Yeah, Honduras, I mean, not really that random. Guatemala is pretty cool. They don't really make it that much. Anyway, that's going to be it for your first part of your Japan qualifying series in the 2006 FIFA World Cup. We have qualified. Now the second part is going to be obviously the World Cup. If you did enjoy this part, then please give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.